Getting ready to leave, watching The Incredibles 2, but this is what our hotel room looks like. Macy's heading back from her job. She should be here in about 45 minutes or so. But got the cart packed. It's gonna be another fun night because we have to get all this stuff into the Mustang. Wow, why am I saying Mustang like that? The Mustang. I don't know. Anyways, we gotta get everything into the convertible. So we'll see if we can do it and see how it all works out. Working on fitting everything in the car. Macy's got her backpack. We have a little bit of space in the trunk, babe. If you need it, let's use the space in the trunk. And here is the back area. We just found this nasty sweater in the back of the car. You can see it on the thing over there.
Yeah, it was just in the back of the trunk area, or the lift area. Okay, it's for compact cars only. If you're in a Jeep, you shouldn't park there.
Well, let's see what we can get. Made it all in.
Yeah.
It's stacked to the roof, y'all.
From the windows to the walls. This convertible is full of all of our shit.
Yep. Now we gotta make a short little trip to Nacy's office and drop stuff off, and then we head to the hotel. Here's our breakfast. It's about 7 o'clock. Got up a little bit early today. I got some pancakes.
We got pancakes. They're yuzu pancakes.
Something like that.
And then this is
French toast.
It's a banana something French toast, and it's got Nutella in it.
Oh. And then we ordered 2 kids' plates because that came with the eggs and bacon, and it was cheaper than buying them on the side.
Yep, came with eggs, bacon, and potatoes, and
a drink. Yeah.
So
legit tip.
Yeah, always kind of look if there's like some extra stuff, and I can guarantee you the other meal was 2 bacon, eggs, and potatoes as well. I think the only difference was you got toast.
Yep.
But it didn't have a drink. So I imagine you're gonna get the same portion of eggs and bacon and potatoes.
Yeah.
Because it fills the plate. And the adult version was $22. So.
And the kid was 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're gonna dig in, see how we like it.
Get our day sort of started.
And then we're going to the airport next. Stay tuned. Finished room service. Just heading out for the day. Macy's putting away her luggage, so that's kind of stored away. Now we gotta go get our car. What'd you think of breakfast?
It was really good. Honestly, the bacon was cooked to like the extra crispy, but like not burnt, like perfection, middle ground. And then I had this banana cinnamon French toast that had Nutella. Oh, so good. And then you got yuzu lemon pancakes.
Yuzu ricotta lemon pancakes, something like
that.
that.
Those were good too.
Yeah, they were tasty. Yeah, everything we had was good. Expensive because it's room service, but it was pretty tasty.
Mm-hmm. Now we're gonna go venture out into the day.
Yeah, we've got to trade in a car.
Maybe
this time in Burbank.
Yeah, we're going to a new one this time.
And then probably do a little bit of shopping because, you know, living on the road.
Turn left onto West Huntington Drive.
Starting our
then
day.
Take the first left.
Heading to the airport. Leaving the valet only place. It is Father's Day today, so there will probably be some goings on as we're driving. That's kind of what the neighborhood looks like. It's got a park across the way. They're building a condo right next to it. And then those gorgeous mountains. That's our view.
Turn left. Then
from
keep
our room.
right onto West Colorado Boulevard.
Definitely check out the show notes to see the full video. Yeah, making our way to the airport. See what we get this time. Stopping for gas before we get to the airport, but check out this old school gas station. Fascinating. And you get to see the inside of the Mustang one last time before we trade it in. It was a fun little ride.
Yeah.
Made it to the Burbank Airport. You can't really see behind this black car, but there's a sign there that says go straight. There's a sign all the way over Nacy's shoulder here in the far corner that says you go down there and make a right. And then the sign that's right in front of us across the street says to go straight as well. It's very confusing as to where the actual car rental return is. But we're going back to the first entrance that we saw, and we'll see if we can get it from there.
It's so confusing.
Yeah, and like you said, lucky we're not trying to catch a flight today, because this would be a little stressful. We actually saw that Spirit plane. They are unloading that plane right there. So there are people like walking down the ramp That's pretty neat. I've never been at an airport where I walked from a big plane, like outside.
Yeah, it's usually smaller ones.
Yeah, and she's like smaller planes and smaller airports. Kind of cool.
We missed the turn, so we're gonna turn around.
This is much busier than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I thought we'd just like get in and get out like we've done at the other airports. This is a little more chaotic.
They definitely don't have a plan for traffic flow at this airport.
Yeah, not at all. And every sign is like car rental this way, but yet it's not that way. So hopefully this one will be correct this time. And this guy in this Acura has no idea what he's doing. He's leaving these massive amount of spaces so everyone just butts in front of him.
Gotta keep moving.
To get to the car return, basically going through the whole airport. I'm not sure if this was the best entrance to go. We've kind of talked about it. This probably wasn't. But there's the terminal right there to our right. There's somebody who wants to get over, but oh, he can get a little bit further by getting around these people. But there's all the terminals. And there's Delta. Tiny little Delta sign. And then we got 2 people blocking us. That's cool. Start the honking. And there's Terminal A. It's definitely old. Could definitely use a little bit of a refurb. Here's what the garage looks like. We just talked with the manager. We'll talk about that in a sec, but this is what it looks like. It's definitely one of those like parking garage ones, which is fairly common, but different than like LAX and stuff because it's all at the top. Here's the aisle. They got a Bronco, a Chevy, Mazda, a Mitsubishi. I haven't seen very many Mitsubishis. They also have a Dodge, which isn't too bad. That's what they got for the executive line. I'm not sure what Nacy's picking. Took us a good 30 minutes to get this. A little long time. It's definitely slow at the Burbank Airport. Nacy's trying to connect her phone. Look at all the car seats over there that they have stocked up. That's kind of neat. I've never seen that before. Makes sense, though. I imagine they rent them out. She's setting the stuff up. Then we're heading to our next stop. We'll talk a little bit about the experience once we get out of here. There you go. BMW 610 something. That's what we're driving this week. So let's talk about the rental car experience. How'd that go?
Overall, I do not like returning a rental car to that airport. That airport is very confusing. There's no signage. There's a lot of traffic.
Yeah, it's like they're squeezing a lot of stuff into a very tiny space, and it just doesn't work because it's so chaotic.
Yeah, I would rather take my car back to Ontario.
Yeah.
And just suck up the fact that they're not going to have a lot of car variety than go to that location.
I will say in that location they did have like a Dodge Durango. They had the Mitsubishi SUV, which I haven't seen in a long time. Mm-hmm. So they had a couple of, I guess, rarer, for lack of a better term, cars that they don't normally have at other airports. Mm-hmm. In the premium section, they did, of course, have some Audi SUVs. They had one Audi car. They had this BMW, and then they had, I think, a Mercedes.
Yeah.
And we didn't have good luck with the Mercedes last time, so I'm glad she didn't pick that one. The BMW was okay as an SUV. We haven't done the car yet. It seems about the same in the car, so I would definitely go with the Audi next time.
Same. We'll see how this goes this week. This car doesn't have all the extra features. It's definitely a thing. You get a luxury BMW from the rental place and you're not going to get all the extra features, but we're going to see. The seats are comfy so far.
Yeah, I actually think the Mustangs were comfier seats personally from just the little trip over here. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying these are uncomfortable, but these are not nearly as comfortable as the Mustangs were. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's saying a lot if a sports car has better comfy seats than a luxury
Mustang
sedan.
Was a nice drive, I will say. Out with the issues that we had with the car itself, outside of that, the seat was really comfy. We did figure out where the road noise was coming from.
Well, most of it. It was still kind of noisy because it was a cloth top. But one thing we did notice was the window behind me for the back passenger in the Mustang was cracked a little bit. Mm-hmm. So you had to like kind of pull it into position. So it wasn't setting all the way, if you know what I'm saying. Like it would come up and then it wouldn't fully set. So we had to like push it in. And once it set, the road noise probably went down by I would say 60%. So that was one of the biggest issues we had with it.
Yeah, so they did listen when I told them the issues that we had with the car, and they did upgrade us to a luxury car for free for this rental, so they tried to make it right.
Yeah, and if you want to learn more about that, check us out on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts for Awkward Chats. We're going to talk about that at length. We're going to do a whole special on renting cars because I feel like at this point we are experts, and we've rented just about everything that National has to offer. So we could definitely talk you through like what works, what doesn't work, and what to look for there too.
Yeah, it's a little daunting your first few rentals, but I so far can recommend National for the most part. It's the one that has the most ease. I don't have to go to the counter, and I can literally just pick up a car and go.
So we just made it to the mall. We're gonna go inside and have some dim tai fung and do a little shopping. We'll come get you in a second. Made it to the mall. This is the one that Nacy picked. So we're heading on in. Waiting next to Dim Tai Fung, and there's a baby shark presentation this weekend. It's interesting, right? Nacy, you want to put this on camera?
Please in line. We're the 91st person in line.
Wow, 91 people in front of us.
But it says we should be seated sometime between 1:30 and 2 o'clock, so.
Not too bad.
And we just so happen to be here when apparently they're having a baby shark show.
There's the baby shark show. I'm not that familiar with baby sharks. I know children, but I have heard the song, obviously. I don't really know why the characters are there. This is interesting. I've never seen something like this at a mall. There's like a pink fox and then a yellow shark. Heading back. We're back at the Glendale location for Dim Tai Fung. I'm excited. I love this place. Got sat outside again today. So hopefully it's better than last time. Maybe the glasses will be clean. But we'll see. You excited?
Always.
Got our first couple items. One of Nacy's favorites. This is the short ribs. It's really tasty. The Asian-inspired barbecue sauce on it's amazing. And then this is spicy wontons. This time we got pork and shrimp. We got chicken last time, but if you get chicken here, it's kind of a muted taste. It's not bad, it's just a muted taste. So we were looking for a little bit more pizzazz. So good. These are the pork bao buns. Pork long bao. These are really good.
And the spicy wonton.
She can get it all in there. Wow. I think she'd be a little more practiced at that stuff. The best, long awaited. Everything's great here though, but this is the best. Nacy's gonna dig into a chocolate. Oh, look at that. Salted cream. The funny thing is when they first ordered this, the first time, I thought they said clotted cream, and I was like, that's an interesting thing to put on bao buns. She's gonna have to use her fingers. We don't judge if she spills it on her shirt. Yeah, it's squared in your mouth. You should be used to that too by now. I mean, come on. You're not really pulling your weight over here.
I like salty white cream in my mouth.
Just got done with our Dim Tai Fung, the best dessert on the planet.
Yeah.
If you know better, please let us know in the show notes because that thing is just amazing.
I dream about this place. And don't get me wrong, the dim sum is also really good there as well.
Oh yeah.
Everything food-wise is so delicious. We tried to try something new every time, and we tried the green beans this time.
Great.
They were really good.
Really garlicky, really well seasoned, a little bit of butter and salt. Oh, they were good. The spicy rolls, again, I definitely would recommend pork over chicken, just from a personal preference thing. The pork just has more flavor. The chicken just seems a little blander. It's not that it's bad. It's just I like mine with a little punch, and I think the pork gives you that.
And even though it has shrimp in it, it doesn't have like a seafood flavor.
Agree. Yeah, I agree.
It's really good.
Which is weird because if you get the Shao long bao, if you put the shrimp in that with the pork, it kind of overwhelms the taste. But with the spicy, it does not.
It doesn't.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that, but you're right.
Yeah, so don't let it deter you because that with the spicy, it's definitely good. It's definitely good. The crab ones were the ones that we tried.
Crab ones, that
were a little too seafoody of a flavor.
And Nacy really likes the mushroom one. We haven't got that lately just because she doesn't eat that much, so it doesn't make sense to get more on the table. But that one's really good too if you like it.
Yeah, we had breakfast this morning, so I was even less hungry. But I couldn't pass up an opportunity to eat at Dim Tai Fung, so it was good.
So we got some more shopping we're going to do. We'll take you along the way. There's some stuff that maybe we won't be able to show you, but we'll see as we get there.
We'll see.
Pasadena Park right there. Just kind of cruising around Pasadena looking at these old buildings. We just passed a really old like apartment complex looking thing that was neat looking right next to this park on this side.
I bet that's the animal shelter because there's like a bunch of animals over there, like on the gate. There's a dog, there's a cat, and like a bird.
Oops, sorry. No one over there. Yeah, I don't know what that is. We'll see when we drive past. It's kind of Pasadena.
It's really busy today.
Yes, it is crazy busy. We were going to go to a shop here, but there's like no parking, and we're just going to try another one.
Yeah, it's not worth it for us if it's really clustered and busy. We'll find something a little more chill.
Heading down to dinner. I'm going to go grab some food before the restaurant closes. It closes at 9 p.m. because I guess why not? Made it to the downstairs restaurant. That's kind of what it looks like. Pretty cool. And it's got interesting lighting. Now we gotta figure out what we want to eat. Yeah, I see the ribeye. So I'm guessing that's the same ribeye that's probably for room service. Macy got the lemonade, added some vodka to it. And then I got the something heat. I figured I'd try something. This is one of their recommended drinks, specialty drinks. See how it turns out. We both got the ribeye with it's like a wine reduction sauce. And then we got some mashed potatoes to share.
Which was supposed to be shareable, but that was not a very big.
Yeah, that's not very big. It is supposed to be shareable. I do agree. But it looks good. We'll give it a try. We'll let you know what we think when we get back to the room. The leftovers. The ribeye was tasty. It definitely had like an Asian flair to it. It's kind of sweet with a little bit of spiciness to it. We'll talk a little bit more when we get to the room. The only issue is it didn't come to the table warm. Like you can see the butter didn't even melt with the potatoes. Yeah, and it came right out of the kitchen to us, so it's weird why it was not warm. But we'll talk about that more when we get to the room. Got back to the room. So dinner, what'd you think about it?
Dinner, it tasted good. However, it was $200.
Yeah, it was $200. We got 2 steaks, 1 side.
One side. That was supposed to be shareable, but it was like not shareable.
When you see it in the video, it wasn't shareable. If you were really hungry, Nacy wasn't hungry, so I ate most of it. But if both of you were hungry, it's not shareable. Then she got 2 drinks. She got the mixer lemonade that they have, and she added a shot of vodka to it. And then I had the spicy drink, and that was $200, y'all.
$200
without tip. So it ended up being $230 with tip.
Yeah.
We went to Dim Tai Fung today, which we don't typically eat 3 times a day, so it's kind of funny that today. But that was about $120 for all that stuff. It's typically $150 if we get like everything that we really like there. It's crazy that that's $200. It was good. I will say it was good. The potatoes were tasty.
Everything tasted good.
The garlic butter was good. The steak had like an Asian flavor with cilantro and stuff, so it kind of gave it like a Caribbean-esque too.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a really good mix, but I don't think it's worth $200.
I think next time we'll stick to room service.
Yeah, the room service is actually cheaper in this hotel so far, so we're going to probably test that out in the next coming days.
Yeah, we got room service this morning for breakfast, and we had Din Tai Fung for lunch, and then we just had dinner. But this is not a normal thing for us.
No. We normally eat once or twice a day.
Yeah.
But we're going to chill out.
Because I'm doing my license renewals.
Yeah, but we'll come and get you in a minute because Nacy's going to take off her pump and stuff. And
today is actually a rare breed kind of day because not only do I need to change my pump site, but my DEX expires in like 8 hours, and I'm already through the grace period. So I figure why not change them both and kind of show you a little behind the scenes of what it takes to manage me. So step 1, we have to fill up the pod. So we'll do that and then I'll come right back. 2 days ago, the Omnipod released the app for the iPhone now that it works with the G7. I used to have a third external device I had to carry around, but now everything is on my phone, which I am absolutely loving because it doesn't mean I need to bring another device. Everything is right there. So what I'm doing now is I'm filling up how much insulin I need for 3 days. And to be honest, it's a little bit more than what I need, but I'd rather have a little bit more in the pod than what I'm gonna use than run out too soon. So I like to drop about 150 units. And then it's got a little hole, and I basically push the meds in till I hear that beep. And then I know that it registered that I got medicine. And then I'm gonna go into the app and go to pod, and I'm gonna set up a new pod, and the phone's gonna talk to this little guy. It takes a few minutes. Well, a few seconds really. And I'll know that they start communicating with each other when I start to hear a lot of clicking. So fingers crossed. This is the second pod change that I've done on here. Okay, so you can kind of hear it. Basically what it's doing is it's priming the inside of here so that when I go to put it on, it will already be primed with the tubing and everything. So this last go round, I have my old pod here, so we're gonna switch everything over to my right arm. So as soon as this gets done, we're gonna slap the bad boy on and you'll get to hear it. But it takes a couple seconds for it to like push everything through. And then you know it's ready when it beeps at you again. I will say it's a little bit slower with the phone than the like dedicated device. All right, so now it's telling me that I'm good. So I have to like break the seal basically. Take off our little sticky pads. Now, not everybody does this, but I do this. I like to shake it because sometimes I get a little bit of insulin right there on the end, and I'm not sure how well you can see this, but if you hold it at just the right angle, you can see a tiny little needle. Tiny, 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 just like peeking over the crest. So this device will actually inject the needle and retract it and leave a little cannula behind. So I'm gonna let it know that I'm ready to start. I'm gonna hit yes. I always like to pinch it just because I have a lot of loose skin. And then that loud click is the needle retracting back in. And that is the Omnipod. It's gonna ask me if it looks like it went in. I'm gonna say yes, and I'm gonna say yes to automatic mode, and it's gonna communicate. And now the pod is live again. Woo! All right, next up, we're gonna put in a new sensor. Putting in the new sensor is a little bit more complicated because I have to scan it in both the Dexcom app, and once I get it set up in the Dexcom app, I have to go back into the Omnipod app and scan it in the Omnipod app and set it up there. So we're gonna start over here, and I'm gonna hit replace sensor because I have 4 hours left. I always get scared when I open these that I'm gonna accidentally hit the button. Now this one, you can see the needle. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scan the code. All right, this one I do myself. Nobody's gonna do it for me. I just hit the button and it goes in. Sometimes it hurts. It just depends on where you stick it. And I just let it know that it's inserted. And now my phone's gonna talk to the sensor. And it'll have a 30-minute warm-up period, I think. So we're gonna hit pair. And it's paired. So now we have 27 minutes till the other one warms up. Because I'm technically still wearing this one, I shouldn't have a break in my readings. And the last step we have to do is go back into the Omnipod. Now this is the first time I've done this. And then we're gonna go to manage sensor. I'm gonna add a new switch mode. So it makes you take it out of auto mode in order to switch. And just like I did with the Dexcom app, I'm gonna open my thing. It's gonna scan this code and it will communicate as well. And it will know that it's warming up. And that's kind of roughly what it looks like on the Omnipod. There's no numbers right now because it's priming, but I'll show you guys what it looks like once everything's live.
Well, that concludes our day.
Yeah, it was a busy yet not busy day. We tackled a few things. We got some, and then we rested, and then the next day we got up and we went to our favorite place, Din Tai Fung.
Yeah, that's Nacia's current passion. That's why you're seeing it on the channel so much.
I mean,
it is a really good restaurant.
Chocolate mochi and the salted cream. You cannot go wrong, people.
The pork zao long buns, too.
Even if you don't try the other stuff, go try the chocolate mochi. I'm telling you, it is life-changing.
With the salted
cream.
Cream, too.
Just deliciousness.
Room service was good for breakfast. The dropping off the car thing, a little confusing. We've actually already dropped off another car there. That's how many cars we're renting, y'all. And it was a lot easier this time. Do not go around the way we went in this video. Do not go to the other side and kind of come around the parking garages. You make a right around the parking garages, kind of cruise around them, and that's the easiest way to get there.
So easy.
It'll turn the almost an hour long wait that we had into about a 5 or 10 minute long wait.
Yeah, it was
definitely
way
legit tip.
easier the second time around.
The mall was fun. It was weird seeing the baby shark thing. You have to let me know, folks with kids out there. What was the squirrel thing that was on stage with the orange baby shark? I don't know.
Yeah, we were out of the baby sphere.
I felt like that was like very SpongeBob-y with the squirrel underneath the ocean kind of reference, but I don't know. And I know Baby Shark is public domain, so it's not technically all the other stuff, but it was weird. And it was kind of neat seeing it in a mall. Very LA. I feel like very LA.
Yeah. It was a Father's Day extravaganza.
So then you had to change your devices. That went pretty smoothly.
Yeah. Still, well, this is still there, but, you know.
Yeah. So all of her devices. So everything went smoothly. Blood sugars stayed in the norm. We just kind of got in the hotel, and after that we just kind of rested. We're exhausted, and we were starting to get sick, too.
Yeah, it was definitely a rough weekend for us, but we got some rest. And it's been about a week later, and we're going to start some new adventures. So if you guys want to see what we get into the next week. Yeah, we're heading over to the Universal Studios area. Dang. And if you want to see the hotel review, which was a really nice hotel, definitely check down in the show notes too. So if you like this kind of content, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. And ring that notification bell so you get notified when we do at least 3 videos a week. And we'll come and get you all for the next one. Ain't that the truth, baby Ruth? Bye, everybody. Bye. We just want to take a moment to thank you all for watching the video. To those 90% of you guys out there watching who haven't subscribed yet, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. It really helps our channel grow and reach a wider audience. And for all those other YouTube personalities that you're watching out there, I'm sure they would appreciate it as well. To those that have subscribed, thank you for tagging along with us on our journeys. We appreciate your love, support, your likes, and all those wonderful comments that we're getting to on our videos. So we look forward to taking you on our next adventure. We'll see you on the next one.